Hi my loves, welcome back. So I wanted to finalize my destiny swapping series with this video about the number one game changer when it came to my healing and reclaiming my destiny and how I got back on my authentic path. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm an initiated high priestess, witch, psychic medium, and a spiritista. Go ahead and subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that we can stay connected. But the biggest game changer for me when I was taking back my destiny and my power was embodying my masculine energy. Okay? And I know that's not what y'all want to hear. Most of my audience is very similar to me. They have mostly feminine energy. And I know that when I was first told by the divine and by one of my teachers that I needed to do this, I was not happy. I was very resistant. I've never liked any type of structure. I don't have a really set routine as far as my daily tasks and stuff. I kind of move intuitively. I don't go to bed at the same time or wake up every day at the same time. I've tried it. It never works because it feels like a cage. Okay? So if that's how you feel, I totally understand your resistance. I've been there, but please stay with me because I promise you, I will change your perspective. And this is so necessary. Because if not, if you don't have healthy, integrated, divine masculine energy within you, then you have divine feminine energy, but there's nothing to protect it. And that can cost you a lot. Not just financially. Okay? It cost me everything. I lost everything. Because I did not have any boundaries. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because I don't want y'all to go through what I did. And if you don't have any energetic boundaries, your destiny and your path is going to be susceptible to predators. Okay? That's just how it is. And I'm going to tell you all my story again so that you can kind of understand where I'm coming from and how this actually manifests in real life. So, I've said before that I was raised by a single father. My daddy raised me by himself. My mother is a piece of shit. Okay? Especially in the South. Do y'all know how bad of a mother you have to be for a judge in the South, in Georgia, to give custody to the father? So, my daddy raised me, and my daddy had a lot of divine masculine energy. If you're familiar with Palo Mayombe, or Palo spirits, or energies, the Impulos, if you want to compare him to one, or actually 3, he had a lot of Insasi and Zanabanda energy. He had a lot of fire, a lot of grit, a lot of drive, creativity, passion. He was also very protective, very much a warrior, and a little bit also of Kobanda energy as well, especially when it came to the way that my dad taught me things, especially spiritual stuff. He just carried a little bit of that old soul, divine masculine, cemetery energy, right? My dad was a medium as well. He was just afraid of his gifts. And most of my spiritual gifts actually come from my dad's side because that's my gypsies, my Romani lineage, ancestors. He embodied all this divine masculine energy, so much so that I never had to protect myself. I didn't even have to think about it. I never had to have boundaries. Because if anyone tried to fuck with me, he would handle it. He would either handle it himself, which nobody wanted, or he would hire someone else to do it and bust their kneecaps. True story. And so, I just never had to have boundaries. Ever. It never occurred to me. He was my container. And another thing that I realized was I fully believe and I know that when you have such a divine masculine presence like that in your life, predators can sense that in your energy field. Even if they know nothing about you, even if they don't know you from a can of paint, they're just scoping you out, and they just want to see if you're an easy target. They can pick up on it. So I never dealt with any predators until he passed away. And to further expand that theory about the divine masculine, when you have a good divine masculine man in your life that cares about you, it anchors to your field in a healthy way. I also was very close to another divine masculine man. We've kind of parted ways, but when he was in my life, nobody fucked with me. The man was a thug. Like, a lot of dark masculine energy, but he loved me so much and was so devoted to me. And looking back at that time in my life, nobody really fucked with me. And he wanted people to, like, he told me to do certain things, and he did certain things on my social media because he knew my ex-boyfriend was a fucking predator. He wanted him to know he had my back. He said this to me. But when you don't have a presence like that in your life, and you don't have your own integrated, divine, healthy, masculine energy within you, it makes you susceptible. And sometimes God, your higher self, your spirit team, the divine, will isolate you so that you can integrate this divine masculine energy. And if all you're encountering is the wounded masculine, wolves in sheep's clothing, the toxic masculine even, predators, a lot of times that's a reflection of you not having your boundaries in place. I'm not saying you attracting these people to you is your fault. I'm saying that your soul is allowing them to come into your field to show you that you need to do some energy work and inner work and healing. Okay? And if you're like me and you have like 80% feminine energy naturally, I'm not asking you to bump down that percentage. What I am saying is that 20% masculine, that's going to be big dog. It needs to be a heavy hitter. Or else there is literally nothing protecting your divine feminine. That's why 95% of you that have taken the Destiny Diagnostics quiz, which is my gift to y'all, it's an 8-question questionnaire that you answer, and depending on your answers, it tells you if at this moment your path is blocked, being siphoned, being rerouted, or activating. 95% of y'all, the result that you get is you feel siphoned. You're all saying that you feel drained. You're all saying that you feel like people are pulling from you and not giving back. I get it. I've been there many times. This is where boundaries come in. You have to have boundaries with yourself first and foremost. Boundaries have literally nothing to do with other people. They start from within. And I know what it's like to set a boundary, to verbalize a boundary, to tell someone in a loving way, and they cross that boundary within hours. I swear to God. Especially men. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? I just told you 2 hours ago, no. You gotta cut them off. Or have severe consequences. A boundary without a consequence is not a boundary. It's an empty threat. And they can sense that in your field. They can sense the wobbliness. And it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay? And you're going to receive backlash. Predators hate boundaries. They will gaslight you. They will try to manipulate you. They will try to guilt trip you. They will try to scare you. You have to dig your heels in. Because you have, what is your energy worth? What is your peace worth? Okay? And I'm saying all of this out of love. I know I'm getting kind of harsh right now. That's my inner masculine coming out. Out of love and devotion. I'm not judging you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. There's no reason to feel bad about yourself. Okay? I have struggled with this my entire life on a soul level. Because my dad, God bless him, God rest his soul, he's amazing. He protected me too much. And my mother did not protect me whatsoever. And she never taught me anything about boundaries. So, when my daddy passed away, what happened was, imagine a river losing its riverbed. Instantly. The whole town's going to flood, and that river is going to absorb trash, toxicity, toxic substances, gasoline. Because there's no container, there's no structure, there's no boundary. Right? And it cost me everything. Because my dad passed away, I got my inheritance from both him and my grandfather. And I moved out on my own, my spiritual awakening started, and it did not take very long for me to attract spiritual predators, and the end result was me losing everything, basically. Because I had no boundaries. And sometimes God and the divine and your spirit team and your ancestors will block your blessings in the most loving and healthy and protective way because they know that you're not in the position to be able to hold them and protect them. It's not because they don't want you to have those things, it's in your best interest. And your higher self will do that too. And I see feminine energy content is so popular, and I get it. A lot of women are in their wounded masculine, so they feel burnt out because they're overworking, they're overfunctioning, they're overgiving, they're tying their worth to their productivity and their finances. I get it. So they're like, oh my God, I feel so depleted, I just want my feminine back. And I totally understand. But what you don't want to do is be in your feminine energy all the time and nothing to protect it. You need both. That's where the divine masculine comes in. And I go over all of this and how to do it and integrate it in my Dark Feminine Activation Intensive, which is a standalone module from my Destiny Swapping course. Because siphoning, energy leaks, psychic attack, all that goes back to boundaries, okay? The Dark Feminine Activation is $44, and it's a standalone module. It's perfect if you want to get a taste of me and my teaching style, and you just want to kind of get started in my world. You can purchase that at sirensnectar.com/power. It's hosted on Teachable, and it's coming July 10th. And if you're ready for the deep dive into the Destiny Swapping course, you can explore that at sirensnectar.com/destiny. And Afterpay is available for that at checkout. It's coming July 16th. I'm so excited. It is literally my deepest body of work. It has become a force of its own. It's everything that I've learned when I was dealing with destiny swapping, and it really gets to the root of things. It's not superficial TikTok knowledge from a book or Google. It's not me regurgitating another content creator's information. It's my lived, embodied, integrated experience in an organized and structured way, so that y'all don't go through all the hell and obstacles that I did. And the biggest thing that changed me and my path was integrating my inner masculine. Okay? I know that's not what y'all want to hear, and I get it. Like, as a woman, as a very feminine woman, if I absolutely have to choose between being in my masculine or my feminine, I'm going to choose my feminine. It's just how we are. It's the more luxurious energy. It's more fun. It's more exciting. It's easier. All that. I get it. No offense to men or the masculine. It's just how it is. Okay? But if you don't have this in place, little by little, and then eventually chunk by chunk, your divine feminine is going to be dimmed. And you're not only going to have to implement your divine masculine when that happens, you're also going to have to heal all that. Okay? And this feminine energy content is useless if there's nothing to protect it. A lot of y'all want the soft life, and I totally understand, especially if you're burnt out, you've been overworking, you're tired, you feel depleted. I totally understand. I've been there. But a soft life, if you're not protecting it, and you're not protecting your softness, can derail your destiny. Ask me how I know. I had a soft life after my daddy died. Hell, I had one before he died. All I had to worry about was being me and going to nursing school. That was the only obligation I had. Granted, nursing school was very difficult, and my overachieving, nerd, perfectionist, Capricorn moon ass made straight A's in nursing school, which is very difficult to do. I was planning to go to medical school after nursing school, but that was all I had to do. And I went shopping all the time, and my daddy was taking care of me, and all that. And then he died. And I had a bunch of money. I especially went shopping every day, girl, after he died. For 2.5 years straight. Every single day. I wouldn't cook. I would just DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, everything. And I would go shopping all day. And I wasn't doing my inner work. Because therapy didn't work for me. And I wasn't spiritually awakened enough at the time to know how to work through my issues. Because the type of healing that works for me in my heart, mind, body, and spirit is spiritual and energy work. Everything starts at a soul level for me. That's just who I am. I didn't know all that. If I could go back, I would shake 21, 22-year-old Nikki and say, girl, you have a soft life. You can have an even softer life if you do your inner work. And heal and implement boundaries. And I also see a lot of women, they overcorrect. They go too much into their masculine. And that can cause issues too. If you are a feminine woman, your goal should be to be in your feminine most of the time. That's going to feel the best to you. Your healthy divine feminine, not the wounded feminine. But in order to manifest or create anything in this universe, you need masculine and feminine both. Okay? I hope this resonates with y'all. this is gonna hurt, but I'm gonna say it anyway. A lot of y'all don't need more feminine energy or feminine energy content. You need more masculine. Or if you want to call it dark feminine, call it dark feminine. But you need boundaries and structure. Okay? I love y'all. Again, check out the Dark Feminine activation at sirensnectar.com/power. It's coming July 10th. And then my Destiny Swapping course is coming July 16th. Early bird pricing is live. The price will go up to $1,555 at launch on the 16th at 3:33 p.m. And honestly, this course is so deep and transformational, the price probably will go up eventually past that. I don't know. It depends what my spirits say and my higher self. But again, that's sirensnectar.com/destiny. And if you would like to check to see if your path is currently blocked, being siphoned, rerouting, or activating, you can go to sirensnectar.com/join and get your complimentary quiz. Alright, I love y'all so much. Comment down below what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.